Well, hello again. After setting our global colors and me getting all rem on you in the last lesson, it's time to start setting our global typography. So back over to the theme style panel and make sure that we're in the typography panel. And you'll see here that our first job is to set our overall HTML font size percentage. Now, normally our base HTML font size, the base font size everything else is calculated from, would be 100%. That's the default. So the question is, why on earth would we want to set anything different here? You can see Bricks has this set to 62.5% as a default, because remember I said in the last lesson about rems that we can reasonably assume the default browser font size is 16 pixels. So therefore we can work on assuming one rem equals 16 pixels for most people. However, some people worked out that if you instead reduce the overall HTML font size to 62.5% of the user's browser setting, now, because of the magic of maths, one rem is now equal to 10 pixels, which is easier to calculate. That's because need 16 pixels, that's now 1.6 rem. Need 32 pixels, that's now 3.2 rem. Need 45 pixels, well, that is now 4.5 rem. See? And it is undeniably a bit easier to work with, especially if you're used to working in pixels. And so, although it is a bit of a hack, you can totally change the root font size to 62.5%. However, as I mentioned in the last lesson, actually having one rem equal to 16 pixels makes sticking to a pleasing visual grid, 8-point grid, really easy. Just simply choose from increments of 0.5 rem. We automatically stick to that nice grid, multiples of 8, which is easier because we have far fewer decisions to make when choosing numbers. Plus, sometimes you might add other things to your WordPress site, like an events plugin or cookie consent banners or things like that. Those plugins might have their own style sheets using rem, assuming that rem works normally, not with the 62.5% hack. And so the styles brought in from other plugins might look messed up. So I personally set the HTML font size to 100% and I just get used to working in rem. In any case, we're going to make so many of our rem values global and automatic that you won't have to calculate pixel to rem very much anyway. Now, what if you've decided to use pixels instead of rem? Well, just set this at 100% as well, as nature intended. And if you like the idea of one rem being 10 pixels, which is absolutely fine, then go ahead and set this at 62.5%. If you do though, just remember throughout the course, you'll need to adjust the rem sizes that I use. And that's the HTML font size set. Let's quickly save our changes. And next, we'll move on to the rest of the global typography. See you soon.